Hey, what's good, YouTube? What's going on? This is your man, the Omega Forever, coming to you on a Jury Saturday. And I thought I'd make a video in reference to making a transition from my fro to a bald head. I'm sure you, for those who've been following my channel, you've seen me with everything. A bald head, all kind of haircuts. Um, I did the dye back in the day, so I don't think that's on any of my videos. But the last thing I needed to try was dreads, and I actually did that and wore them for a while. They didn't get long, but that just wasn't my style. So I decided that I would go back. I've been sponging it, but unlike a lot of guys, they wait till they're going bald to go bald. I actually like the look and whatnot. I think it's a little more free. Um, Definitely less time consuming, and also very economical. You know, I use my blade, I got my shave cream and everything. So, and I can do it on my own whenever I want to do it. So I decided I'm going to make that transition back to the bald head. This is one reason why I'm doing it also, is because every time, and I don't have it with me, oh, here it is. Every time I use this pick to pick my hair, as you can tell, you can see some hair coming out. So this is just me on a daily basis. You can't see it in the camera, I don't think, but I can see it in front of my eyes, all the hair breakage and whatnot. Okay, but that's what I get. That's what I got this morning when I woke up and picked my hair. So whenever I pick my hair, I'm getting hair breakage, and it's all over my floor, my sink, and everything. So I decided I'm gonna go shave the bald again. And the good thing about it is that I think I can carry off the bald look. So it's not that big of a deal. So what I'm gonna do, got my trusty clippers here. Go and make that initial first cut, because it's always like that. You know, you're like, should I do this? Should I do this? And you're like, hey, oh, guess what? Now I gotta do it. So I'm gonna go on and take this down. There's the old setter. He's coming back now. Like I said, for some reason, I'm not gonna say that. I can grow a head full of hair, and I'm blessed that I can do that, even though it is breaking off and whatnot. Don't really have a receding hairline, but and luckily, I can grow my hair back within a couple of months, and I'll have a pretty much enough to where I can start sponging it again. I started shaving my head bald back in college when I got high school. And normally what I would do is I would cut it bald, go bald for a year or two, then get tired of shaving, let it grow back. Once I let it grow back, I let it grow for a couple of months. If there was a particular haircut I wanted, then I would go after that haircut and sport that for a while. And then I would do like I'm doing now. And cut all my hair off again. A lot of guys would always say they don't understand why if I can grow a full head of hair, why would I shave it off? Technically, I just like the bald style better. And I always say if there was a way if I could find a way to stop my hair from growing, I would. But the good thing about it is that I can switch up. And I'm blessed in the effect that I can switch up. So shave my head, sport the bald head for a little while. Then if I decide to let the hair grow back, I'll just stop shaving, and probably within a month or two, I got enough hair where I can line up, put a part in, and then if I wait for another 2-3 months, I got enough to where I can take my sponge it, and then it's going. This last time, let's see, we just came out. We're still in the COVID pandemic, but 2020 was pretty much the time I had off. So I began letting my hair grow. Let me see here. I was bald from January 2020 to June 2020. Then I decided I'm gonna let my hair grow and I'm gonna try to grow it to do dreads or get it braided. So June 2020, I started letting my hair grow. So my hair has been growing for a year, almost a year and 6 months, almost a year and a half. That's the longest I've ever allowed my hair to grow. That's the longest. So I have another pair of clippers here that will normally get my hair a little closer to the scalp before I use my razor. But I believe I can go straight to the razor after using these clippers here. So that's what we'll do. So I'm gonna finish cleaning this up and then I'm gonna come back to you when it's time for me to use my razor. All right, see you in a little bit. Okay, I'm back. So now I've gone over my head with the lowest clippers. So now most will leave their hair like this here. Now for me, this is just not low enough. So when I want to go bald, I want to be bald. I want to be smooth. And normally for black men, you know, well, let me step back a little bit. Sometimes you can see men shaving against the grain. Tried it, I can't do it. I'll get bumps and it'll be a world of mess. And I gotta let my hair grow back for a month fully to get rid of the bumps and then shave it again. Don't want to wait for that. So for me, what I found out that works great for me to get it very smooth but not go against the grain is to, one, come forward on the top, start from the back, and on the sides, come from the back to the front. And what I've learned also too, instead of just coming totally horizontal, I can actually do almost like a diagonal. So I'm not truly going from the bottom up, but I'm going from a diagonal. So it's kind of like from here, going up that way, okay? So I can get away with, on the sides, going in a diagonal. So I'll start horizontal, then I'll go diagonal. On the top, I will come forward, and then I will go horizontal, okay? And then sometimes I will go kind of diagonal, going backwards. But again, never going from front to back. It just doesn't work for me. And then the same thing on the side. Now in the back, what I normally do is I will go across and then I'll go down. And then sometimes I will go horizontally also. But again, mainly in the back, on the taper of the neck, I'm going in down strokes. Okay, so again, for me, most black men, we get bumps, hair follicle, we get those hair bumps, ingrown hairs, and they can cause all kind of nasty side effects that we just don't want. We want a smooth head all over. So again, for me personally, and this may work for most men, I know that my hair is kind of curly, so I always go from the back to the front. On the side, I go from the back to the front, horizontal. Then I will kind of go on a diagonal from downward to upward motion. In the back, for the most part, I'm going down, not going against the grain. And then sometimes I will go horizontal, okay? The only person that I found who actually go against the grain in the back of my head is my barber. And when he uses a straight razor, for some reason it works for him. Now, if I tried it, I'm gonna have bumps all back here in the corners, and they take a while for me to get rid of. So I haven't had bumps in those corners for years, and I'm not trying to go back there. So what I'm gonna do is, oh, by the way, I'm using a Gillette 5-blade. You can hear the motor going and whatnot. They say it's supposed to give, the vibration gives you a better shave. Does it? I don't know. I think what I'm also gonna do later on this year is I'm actually gonna try out some of those I think Norelco or Skull Pitbull or Skull Shaver, and see what that does. That way I may not have to use a razor. If they get me close enough, then I can use those and whatnot. Electric razor, stuff like that. Okay, so I'm gonna go in and wet my head and lather up. Okay, and now I'm going to apply my shaving cream. And get a nice lather all the way around. So I'm getting it all the way around my head. Nice lather, nice coverage. One good thing about being bald also is that now I don't have any problem wearing my hats. That's one good thing about being bald. I don't have to worry about. Got a little bit more lather there, a little bit more water. My shave bar. Now there we go. Okay. So now I'm gonna start shaving, and I'm gonna start shaving on the side. So I'm coming from the back to the front. Hope you can see that. So now I'm kind of going upward. Can you see? Okay. So now that side's done. And I'll do the other side also. So now I will work my way from the back forward, not pressing too hard, just with enough pressure to get the hairs. I have cut myself several times over the last 30 plus years, and even though now that it's healed to the point where you can't even tell it ever happened, I don't want to go through that again. So you just learn how to apply just enough pressure. Keep it washed off there just to keep some of that from going in your eyes. And like I said, it's been a year and a half since I've shaved, so once you get back into it, you never forget it. It's like riding a bike. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do, and it's nice and smooth. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna add another layer of shaving cream. I haven't done the back yet, but I just want to get the top and the sides again. And then I'll show you how I do the back. So again, I'm just gonna, and here's when you don't really have to apply a lot of pressure at all. You're just kind of going over the skin. You can hear the blades getting the last bit of hairs that are left from the first go over. Going to hit the other side as well. Okay, now if you can see, I do have a small little nick right there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go around that, just not taking a chance of making it worse. You don't want to get that blade caught on that little bit of skin, because then you can end up ripping the skin and now you have a nice sore on your forehead. Okay, now for those who shave, some will use the fill method in the back of the head. I don't like doing that because you're gonna miss something. And I hate to leave the house thinking that my head is nicely shaved, everything's good, and then someone says, hey, you got a streak of hair going down the back of your head, or me going out and seeing someone who just finished shaving their head and they got this nice streak of hair down the back of their head and whatnot. So what I normally do is I will sit in the mirror, and let me see if I can show you. I'll turn this here. Okay. So now if you can see, I have a mirror right here. So what I'm doing now is I'm in the mirror and I'm nicely, gently going over the corner of my neckline. And when I get to about right here, that's when I will nicely start making that horizontal stroke. And because I can do horizontal on top, I just take it to the top and I'll go over it a couple of times. And I'm noticing a dark spot in this area here. And I believe that has come from the last year and a half of me picking my hair with a pick, because I've had a lot of scalps there. So I'll use some cocoa butter and some other astringents, and that will clear up in a month or two. All right. So basically, as of right now, I'm done. And I'll just kind of go over the skin a little bit with no shaving cream. Make sure everything is copacetic. Now, to keep my hair this close, I normally have to shave twice a day. I'll shave in the morning before going to work. I'll shave in the evening time before going to bed. And that's just because my hair grows so fast. Can't grow a beard, but I can grow hair on my head. So to keep it skin tight, nice and slick, I gotta go twice a day. Some can shave their hair every 3 days. It just depends. I try not to go no more than, if I'm being lazy, no more than 2 days. Because once it starts growing back, I need to let it grow back for another couple of weeks, and then I can shave again. All right, so now I'm shaved. So now I'm just gonna do my post work. And I'm just gonna use I'm using Everyman Jack. Give it a nice wash down. And I like to use this hot water and keep it as hot as you can stand it, just to run the pores. Give it a nice towel dry. And once that is done, I'm pretty much done. Now, depending on what, this is just a weekend, so I'm not gonna really put anything on it, like any cocoa butter. I don't have to worry about any tan lines. Pretty much, there's not that big of a difference between my skin on my scalp and my face that I can tell. So once I dry all this here, I will use an astringent, and this is what I've been using. I just picked it at one local beauty shop. This is Barbershop Aid. They actually have 3. This is Sports Heat with aloe. And the other two I picked up was Fresh Cool Breeze. And this is a no burn. This is alcohol free. I kind of like to feel that burn a little bit. Let me know I actually did something. You can apply it a couple of ways. You can apply it with your hand, or you can take a cotton. But I was just splash it on. And just let it air dry. Then I will come back and take a little bit of cocoa butter. After it's dry, take a little bit of cocoa butter just to keep the skin moist. Put it on there. It's moisturized, it's nice looking, it gives you a nice moisture look, and you're ready to go. Normally, the video took about 20-something minutes. Normally on a regular morning, I can knock this out less than 3 to 4 minutes. If it's a good day, I can do it in 2. Lather up, shave, splash, cocoa butter, and I'm ready to go. So again, that's my way of shaving my head. Hopefully this helps you. Again, I know there are many videos out there and they're all good. Everybody has a different technique. But again, maybe you learned something, maybe you didn't. But hope you enjoyed it. And I will get back to you later on. But again, that's how I shave my head. I'm glad I'm back to the bald head. I feel free now. I don't feel constricted to the hair. But again, never know. In 3 months, you may see me with a head full of hair again. All right, well, look here, be good. Again, stay safe, be blessed. This is the Omega Forever coming to you. Enjoy your weekend. Peace.